Following data are observed for two variables y and x. Following data are observed for variables y and x. For y, the values are -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. For x, the values are -2, 0, 1, 0, 1. So these are the values. Next, the following relationship is believed to hold. The following relationship is believed to hold. Where Ui is the unobserved stochastic error term, satisfying the assumptions of the CLRN. Okay. Ui is the unobserved stochastic error term satisfying the assumptions of the CLRN. It is satisfying all the assumptions like expectation of Ui is equal to 0, variance of Ui are constant, covariance Ui Uj is equal to 0, covariance between xi ui that is equal to 0, ui follows normal distribution. So all these 5 assumptions are satisfied by this random error term ui. Question number A. First question. Compute least square estimators of B D Okay, so these are the 5 questions. These are the 5 questions. Compute least square estimates of alpha and beta, find unbiased estimator of variance of ui, find unbiased estimators, unbiased estimators of variance of alpha hat and variance of beta hat, derive covariance alpha hat beta hat, compute the estimate for goodness of fit. Okay, compute the estimate for goodness of fit. Okay, or compute the goodness of fit for this one. So these are the 5 questions. So looking at the data, can you tell me how you will start to process the first question, question number A? So anyone, can you tell me what is the formula for alpha hat and beta hat? first we are addressing question number A. What is the formula for alpha hat?
It's y bar minus beta hat x bar.
So Arachek is telling it is y bar minus beta hat x bar. Srijani, is it all right?
Yes, ma'am.
And Srijani, can you tell us what will be the estimator for beta hat? What is the formula for beta hat? Srijani, look at the formula. Can you tell us what will be the formula for beta hat? Borsha, I told you to check your audio, you know. So if there is problem, in that case, there is no purpose of doing this kind of classes where I'll discuss the numerical exercises.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah.
Ma'am, beta hat will be covariance of xi by variance of xi.
Okay, Srijani, can you tell me the exact formula, the basic formula? Suppose the data on xi.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the summation of yi minus y bar into xi minus x bar divided by summation of xi minus x bar whole square.
Yes. Yes. So these are the formula for beta alpha hat. So alpha hat is y bar minus beta hat x bar, whereas beta hat is summation So given these two formula and given the data on x and y, you know, actually we have to prepare a table for question number 1. We need to prepare a table Okay, so find out the values and then totals are required. Okay, so you have to find out the total of yi minus y bar, xi minus x bar. Okay, one more thing. You need, you know, to calculate yi minus y bar whole square and xi minus x bar whole square. Okay, so 2 more columns you need in the table. I have taken a very simple data, therefore, so that the entire thing you can do. Okay, so please prepare the table and tell me the values you are getting. What is the value of x bar? And the value of y bar?
Yes, both are 0.
Ma'am, x bar y bar দুটোই 0.
দুটো is 0. Very good. তাহলে তোমার কাজটা খুব সিম্পল হয়ে গেল। So yi minus y bar will be exactly equal to yi, xi minus x bar will be exactly equal to xi. So take the product of xi minus x bar, which is basically xi into yi, and tell me what is the value of the sum. Tell me what is the value of summation xi minus x bar whole square, and what is the value of the summation yi minus y bar whole square. So you need the total here, you need the total here, and you need the total here.
Aren't both 6? Both the numerator and denominator, aren't they 6?
Yes, ma'am.
Xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar.
I'm a 6.
6. Okay. And the whole square?
6.
First whole square is 6 and the second one?
10.
10. Okay. So now you find out the value of alpha hat, everything. First you find out the value of beta hat.
Ma'am, beta hat is 1.
Beta hat is 1.
Or alpha
Yes.
is 0.
Alpha hat is 0. So everyone, please do the things because it's a very simple data. This will be 6. This will be 6. This will be 10. And as some of your friends are telling, this value will be 0. This estimator will be 1. So given the raw data, you need to calculate summation xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar for the numerator of beta hat and summation xi minus x bar whole square for the denominator of beta hat. And you have to put the values and you will get the value for beta hat OLS. Once you get beta hat OLS, use y bar, x bar and beta hat OLS to calculate the value of alpha hat OLS.
Last column tag is square yi minus y bar.
Y bar whole square, yes. Yes. Please let me know once you get the results, once everyone gets the results. Shivani, Borsha, are you getting the results?
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Rest of the students, I hope you could complete. Darpak, got the results? Okay, fantastic. So I think all of you could finish part A. And I hope you understood, given the set of observations, how to proceed. So next we will move for the B part. Find the unbiased estimator of variance of UI. Find the unbiased estimator of variance of UI. So what is the unbiased estimator of variance of UI? What is the formula?
RSS by n minus 2.
What is the formula? Would anybody please tell me?
RSS by n minus 2.
Yes, the formula is SU square for part B. For part B, RSS by degrees of freedom. Here the degrees of freedom is n minus 2. So it is RSS by n minus 2. Okay. Now RSS is equal to TSS minus ESS by n minus 2. Now, what is the formula for TSS? Pratyush?
Ma'am, summation of yi minus y bar whole square.
Very good. And already the value is with you?
Yes, ma'am.
That is?
Summation of yi square হয়ে যাবে।
হ্যাঁ, ক্যালকুলেটও করা রয়েছে টেবিল থেকে।
হ্যাঁ,
So
হ্যাঁ।
done all possible values, So it is nothing but 10. Okay, everybody? And what is the value of ESS? What is the formula for ESS?
Summation of yi hat minus y bar whole
No,
square.
we will not use that thing. Okay, we are doing the numericals, so we will not use the basic concept. ESS, that is given by beta hat, either beta hat into summation xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar, or beta hat square into
Yes, ma'am.
xi minus x bar whole square. So that kind of formula we need to use.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. You can either use this formula or you can use any one you like. If there is any problem in understanding the matter, please let me know, because the size of this e-board is so small, it's really, really difficult to write anything. So you can use either of the formula and can find out ESS. Once you get it, please tell me what is the value of ESS?
Is it 4 by 3?
Would you be please louder?
Can you hear me?
No. So it's very simple. You have the value of beta hat with you. Beta hat is 1, so that
Ma'am,
beta
6 আসছে কি?
Yes, ma'am.
4 by 3.
it is 6.
6, হ্যাঁ 6.
Okay, miss.
তাই না? Beta hat square is 1. Summation xi minus x bar whole square is 6. So ESS value is nothing but 6. So if I come back to my SU square formula, it is,
Is it 4 by 3?
now what is n minus 2? Yes. N is 5 here. 5 observations are there. And the degrees of freedom, that is 2, n minus 2. So it is 3. So for the second part, the answer is 4 by 3. So if there is anyone who is facing some problem, because, as I mentioned, the board is so small, it becomes very difficult to place the things.
Ma'am, variance of UI you said 4 by 3.
4 by 3, yes.
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
So I hope you are getting the fact that how to calculate this kind of thing. SU square is RSS by n minus 2. So RSS we need to calculate from the database. So we will use the formula for TSS and ESS. We will subtract ESS from TSS and we'll get the value for RSS and we'll get the value for SU square in this way. So the second part is finished. It is SU square is equal to 4 by 3. So is there anyone who has some problem or query up to part B? So we will move towards part C. Find unbiased estimators of variance of alpha hat and variance of beta hat. Find unbiased estimators of variance of alpha hat and variance of beta hat. Now, Darpak, tell us what is the formula for variance of beta hat?
Variance of beta hat হচ্ছে RSS by n minus 2 by summation xi minus x bar square.
First, tell me the basic formula, the actual formula, not the formula for the unbiased estimator. What is the basic formula? What is the formula for variance of beta? Simply, if I ask what is the formula for variance,
sigma square u by variance of xi মানে summation xi minus x bar হচ্ছে
yeah. So variance of beta hat, that will be equal to sigma square divided by summation xi minus x bar whole square. Now here we do not have knowledge about sigma square. Rather, we have knowledge about its unbiased estimator given by RSS by n minus 2, as Darpak tried to tell us. Okay, so let me write. So I am answering for part C. Variance of beta hat in general, that is given by sigma square divided by summation this thing. Okay, hence the estimated value of variance of beta hat or unbiased estimator of variance of beta hat, that will be SU square so I'm replacing sigma u square by SU square. Now you have the value for SU square in your hand, which is 4 by 3, and you know the value of summation xi minus x bar whole square. So you will be able to tell me what will be the value for unbiased estimator of variance of beta hat.
Ma'am, 2 by 9.
2 by 9. Rajdeep, are you getting 2 by 9?
ম্যাম 2 by 5
2 by 5.
হ্যাঁ মানে আমার তো তাই আছে ম্যাম দাঁড়ান
Summation xi minus x bar whole square is 6. Okay, so let me write the values.
না ম্যাম 2 by 9 sorry 2 by 9 2 by
2 by 9 is the answer.
2 by 9
You know, because 4 by 3 and here there is 6. So this is the thing. So 2 by 9 is the answer. Next, we have to find out variance of alpha hat.
Ma'am, is it 4 by
Clear?
15?
Please check the formula for variance of alpha hat and tell us what is the formula for variance of alpha hat. I think variance of beta hat, everybody got it?
ম্যাম ভেরিয়েন্স অফ অ্যালফা হ্যাট হচ্ছে সিগমা স্কোয়ার ইউ বাই এন প্লাস এক্স বার স্কোয়ার সিগমা স্কোয়ার বাই সামেশন এক্স আই মাইনাস এক্স বার।
Sigma square by n plus
এক্স বার সিগমা স্কোয়ার বাই সামেশন এক্স আই মাইনাস। মানে সিগমা স্কোয়ারের জায়গায় আর এস এস বাই এন মাইনাস টু আসবে।
So is Rajdeep right? This is the formula?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in place of sigma square, I have to use a square and I'll write hat of variance of alpha. That is the estimated value of variance of alpha. So I'll replace SU square. Okay, so once you calculate these, please let me know what is the value.
Ma'am, is the estimated variance of alpha hat equals to 14/45?
Variance of alpha hat.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
4 by
X bar square होगा
ma'am, is it 4 by 15?
4 by 15. You know, I didn't calculate it. However, the first value is not right that I am getting from the thing. You know, your x bar is equal to 0. So the second part is not appearing here.
Yes, ma'am, that is 0. Then we have SU square into 1 by n. N is 5 and SU square is already 4 by 3.
Yeah, it will be 4 by 15. Yes.
Yes, ma'am, I made a mistake. Yes.
Yeah. Because here x bar is 0. Okay. Lakshadip, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Getting the things?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. অ্যাকচুয়ালি মাঝখানে একটুখানি আমার নেটের প্রবলেমের জন্য বেরিয়ে গেছিলাম, তো বি পোর্শনটা পারিনি শুনতে, তো বাকিগুলো ঠিক আছে ম্যাম।
বি পোর্শনটায় আমরা এসইউ স্কোয়ারটাকে ডিরাইভ করেছি আরএসএস বাই এন মাইনাস টু, ওটা হচ্ছে টিএসএস মাইনাস ইএসএস। এবার টিএসএস এর ফর্মুলা বসিয়েছি সামেশন ওয়াই আই মাইনাস ওয়াই বার হোল স্কোয়ার করে উইচ ইজ 10, আর ইএসএস টাও ফর্মুলা বসিয়েছি বিটা আর স্কোয়ার সামেশন এক্স আই মাইনাস এক্স বার হোল স্কোয়ার, আর ওখান থেকে ভ্যালুটা ডিরাইভ করেছি।
ওকে ম্যাম, থ্যাংক ইউ।
ma'am.
So next, I need the formula for covariance alpha hat beta hat.
ম্যাম
Yeah.
কোভেরিয়েন্স অফ অ্যালফা হ্যাট বিটা হ্যাট বলবো?
লিখবো, একটু দাঁড়াও, তুমি বলবে আমি লিখবো, ঠিক আছে? Please tell me what is the value?
মাইনাস এক্স বার সিগমা স্কোয়ার কিউ বাই সামেশন এক্স আই মাইনাস এক্স বার
Minus x bar sigma
সিগমা স্কোয়ার
by.
বাই সামেশন এক্স আই মাইনাস এক্স বার।
Very good. So what will be the value?
0.
0. Since x bar is equal to 0, if x bar is equal to 0, the covariance between alpha hat and beta hat will be equal to 0. So the covariance will be 0 here. So you have to remember the formula, you know. So when you will practice, you have to derive everything and then you need to remember the formula. Finally, in this problem, we have to go for calculation of goodness of fit of the model. Now what is
2.6 হবে কি এটা?
কোনটা?
Goodness of fit.
Goodness of fit, আগে ফর্মুলাটা বলো কি করছো?
EHS by TSS.
TSS by TSS, আর লেফট হ্যান্ড সাইডটা কি? SS by TSS এর লেফট হ্যান্ড সাইডটা কি?
R square.
যেটা মানে R square.
Very good. So for part E, the answer is so TSS is 10, ESS is 6. Right now?
Yes, ma'am, it's 0.6.
0.6. This is the answer to the last part. So is there anyone who could not complete up to this? Because now I'll extend this problem a bit. I'll bring the issue of interval estimation. I'll bring the hypothesis here. Is this complete?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Bakira, Shreya, আমাদের leader.
Ma'am, done.
হ্যাঁ শ্রেয়া, কি বলছিস শুনতে পেলাম না।
আমি করে নিয়েছি পুরোটা।
পুরোটা করে নিয়েছো, ফ্যান্টাস্টিক। কোথাও কিছু বুঝতে অসুবিধা আছে?
নো ম্যাম, বুঝতে পেরেছি এটা।
ওকে, ফ্যান্টাস্টিক, ভেরি গুড। আচ্ছা, এবার কোয়েশ্চেন্স গুলো আমরা আরেকটু বাড়াই। If question number F, test for significance of beta hat, test for significance of beta hat at 5% level of significance. Test for significance of beta hat at 5% level of significance. G. Next question, question number G. Derive the confidence intervals. Derive the confidence intervals for alpha hat and beta hat. Derive the confidence intervals for alpha hat and beta hat with 95% confidence limit. With 95% confidence limit. H, the last part. Also derive the confidence interval for sigma u square derive the confidence interval for sigma u square at 90% level. At 90% level. Okay. So we have three questions. F, G, H. So first I'll start with the hypothesis testing. So what will be the null hypothesis?
H not equals beta equals 0.
Beta is equal to 0. Are you agreeing with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just a minute. Let me clean some part. Okay, so for if part, part if, H naught colon, if nothing is mentioned, in that case, you can consider the alternative specification as not equal to 0. So the null hypothesis is given by H naught colon beta is equal to 0. Okay. Or, so it depends. You can also consider beta greater than 0. What I'll do here, tell me, what alternative specification I'll take, beta greater than 0 or not equal to 0?
You can take beta not equal to 0.
Beta not equal to 0, other students? কি করব বলো, অল্টারনেটিভটা কি করব?
ম্যাম নট ইকুয়াল টু করতে হবে, কারণ কিছু তো স্পেসিফিক্যালি বলা নেই।
Specific
greater than করতে পারি।
in context of regression analysis, we consider this kind of thing once we get the value. আমরা তো দেখেছিলাম beta is equal to 1. Okay, however, no problem. So H naught is beta is equal to 0, and this is tested against the alternative hypothesis H1 colon beta not equal to 0.
Ma'am,
Here we do not have the knowledge of sigma square. Actually, while we calculated variance of beta hat, etc., we have used SU square. So what will be the relevant distribution here? Tau or T?
ম্যাম টি হবে।
With n minus 2 degrees.
So we will consider T statistic here. So please write down the relevant T statistic is given by beta hat divided by standard error of beta hat. Already we discussed this thing in the last class. We will test it using the statistic beta hat divided by standard error of beta hat. Now what is beta hat?
1.
And what is standard error of beta hat? 2 by 9.
Square root of 1.414 by 3.
Yes. So this will be the value. So please calculate this and tell me what is the exact value. Once you get the value, please tell me in terms of decimal.
Ma'am, is it 2.121?
Would you please repeat once again? What is the
Ma'am, I got 2.121.
2.121?
121.
Yes, ma'am. 2.121.
2.121.
So others, please check and let me know whether this value is right or not. Ritam, what is the value?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the value? Are you getting 2.12 or something else?
2.12132.
Okay, we need up to second decimal. We don't
Okay.
need rest of the things. Okay, so once we get this value, we have to compare it with the tabular value. So what tabular value we will consider here? Because if it is greater than 3, in that case, without looking at the table, we can say that we will reject the null hypothesis at 5% level of significance. And if it is less than 1, in that case, again, we don't need to check the table. Without looking at the table, we can say that this coefficient is insignificant. That is, we will accept the null hypothesis at 5% level of significance. However, if it is in between 1 to 3, in that case, we need to compare it with the tabular value. So what tabular value we will consider for comparison? Please try.
On T3, 0.025.
T3 comma, that means n minus 2 comma alpha by 2.
0.025.
0.25. Okay, so please find out the value for. Yes. We need to compare it with the value T 5 minus 2. 5 is n minus 2, that is 3. And since it is a two-tailed test, I have to consider
Ma'am, 3.182 fell.
huh?
3.182.
3.182. একবার চেক করে নি T3, yes, 3.182. So what I'll do,
Ma'am, H0 will be rejected.
H0 will be rejected or accepted, please check.
Rejected, ma'am. Rejected.
Accepted.
If the estimated
No, ma'am,
value is less
accepted.
than the tabular value,
Accepted হবে, accepted, ma'am.
accepted হবে. Okay, here the coefficient is zero parameter type hypothesis. We are finding that the estimated value is less than that of the tabular value. Okay, so here we will accept H0. Accept H0. So the answer is sorry. Okay, estimated T is less than this T3, etc. Okay, so we will accept H naught at 5% level of significance. If the reverse happens, if the estimated value is greater than that of the tabular value, in that case, we will reject H naught at 5% level of significance. Any doubt, any clarificatory question?
Ma'am,
Two. Next part. G
ma'am,
part. Yes.
ma'am,
Abhishek, yes.
এখানে estimated value of beta 1 পেয়েছিলাম আমরা, তো alternative hypothesis এ beta greater than 0 লিখতে পারি?
না, তুমি লিখতে পারো, আমি তো তোমাদের চয়েসে দিলাম যে what you will consider. Beta greater than 0 করে তুমি one tail test, এখানে তো কিছু বলা ছিল না, so I told you you can consider two tail test or you can consider one tail test. So you gave the choice for two tail test and therefore I considered that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Generally all these things will be given. If not given, you know, you can go for not equal to kind of thing. This is the standard practice. If nothing is mentioned or you know you are not getting any idea, in that case we generally go for the two tail test. However, for this particular problem I gave you the choice and you selected the two tail test and therefore I considered the two tail test. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
This is the method. Now we were learning these things, how to apply the things you learned so far. You know, using the database. Okay, so today's class is like that. So how actually we will perform all these things using the database. So I am using a very simple database so that you know it is easy to discuss the matter through online platform. So once you get the idea, after that we can use you know longer database and we can discuss this matter. So we are moving to part G. So part G is you need to set interval for alpha hat and beta hat. So I discussed these things too in the last class. Upper and lower confidence limits of alpha hat and beta hat. So we need to check the formula for intervals of alpha hat and beta hat.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, are we considering the interval estimates for alpha hat or alpha?
Alpha. Interval, last day I mentioned, you know.
Yeah, it's for a
So
parameter.
that can be done only for alpha and beta. Okay, so in the question I have written alpha hat, beta hat.
Yes, ma'am, I think so.
Okay, so I'm very sorry. So there is a mistake. Please change the question. Derive the confidence interval for alpha and beta. Derive the confidence intervals for alpha and beta. Please change it. Wrongly I mentioned that. Okay, so these are the two formula you need to use. Confidence limits for alpha, that is given by alpha hat plus minus standard error of alpha hat into Tn minus 2, that is T5, and here you have to find out the 95% confidence interval. So T5 comma 0.025. Okay, so the interval you need to estimate is given by.
Ma'am, shouldn't it be Tn minus 2? Shouldn't we use
Yes,
T3
ma'am.
instead of
T3
T5?
तो चलो।
T3 comma this thing, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so T3, what is alpha by 2? 0.025. Similarly, for beta, this will be the T.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, alpha confidence limit টা বলবো আমি এসছে
Please.
Minus 1.643 and minus and 1.643.
Minus 1.643.
Comma 1.643.
Same values বেরিয়েছে।
হ্যাঁ কারণ আলফাটা তো 0
Yes, ma'am.
and beta হচ্ছে minus 2.57
আস্তে আস্তে বলি minus
2.57
yes
comma 4.57.
4.5. So rest of the students please check. T3 0.025 is already with you. You use this in case of hypothesis testing. So very good. I think the values are perfect. However, please do it and let me know whether everybody is getting these values. So we are almost at the final stage. We have to find out the confidence limits for sigma square at 90% level. So everybody is getting these values? Please confirm.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So finally, this is the confidence limit for sigma square. So we need to calculate n minus 2 SU square chi square 3 and n minus 2 means 3 actually. These things we need to calculate. No, it is not 0.025. Sorry. Here I think I told you about the 90% things, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ম্যাম 0.5 হবে না এটা?
Huh?
ম্যাম 0.5 হবে তো?
Huh, I think I told you about
আলফা বাই 2।
90%. So 90% যদি করি
0.05
0.05 এইখানে আবার রাব করতে পারবো না এইটা হবে this will be that. Anybody, would you please check the chi-square table and tell me what will be the values then? Chi-square 3, 0.05. Is it 7.815?
Yes, miss.
So this is 7.815. Okay. And what will be the other one? What value I need to check? 1 minus 0.05 means
95.
0.95. And what is the value, Shopnil?
Ma'am, I don't have the book with me. The table.
I didn't get you. What is the value for chi-square 3, 0.95?
Ma'am, 0.35.
0.352. .352. So now you calculate the intervals. 3 SU square will be in the numerator and the values are there in the denominator. So once you get the value, please let me know. Other students will
0.512 and 11.363 এত বড়?
না এখানে রেঞ্জটি তো অনেক ডিফার করে গেছে না?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ তাহলে ওই দুটো 0.512 and 11.363.
11.363. This
363.
36 ম্যাম মাঝখানে 6 আছে।
yes, range will be large because of the difference between the two chi-square values. Actually, looking at the number of observations, etc., you are understanding here we have a very, very less degrees of freedom just for understanding the matter, how we will proceed, So it is sometimes becomes very difficult if I start with a very long data, in that time, for a long database, it will take a long time to calculate X bar, Y bar, and start the basic things. Okay. So everybody, please let me know whatever we did so far, whether everything is covered or not. Estimation of the parameters, estimation of variance of sigma square, variance of UI, finding variance of alpha hat, variance of beta hat, covariance alpha hat, beta hat, then measuring the goodness of fit, then finding the confidence limits for alpha and beta. I think I covered most of the things we discussed so far, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes ma'am।
So I hope you will be able to do all the problems, based on this kind of thing. So let me, since you do not have the book with you, just I'm reading the first problem. You will find that in Madala, in the two variable chapter, the first problem is basically based on definitions. Okay. Comment briefly on the meaning of each of the following: estimated coefficients, their standard errors, t statistics, r squared. sum of squared residuals, standard error of the regression, best linear unbiased estimator. So I hope you will be able to define everything. Once you get the reference, check the problems, The second problem is like this. You have Y values, you have X values. Y is the number of TV sets sold. X is the number of sales representatives, where the number of TV sets sold is a function of number of sales representatives or not. This kind of problem. And it is telling that you need to calculate whatever things you are discussing in part A. That means estimated coefficient, their standard errors, t-statistic, R-square, sum of squared residuals. Okay? Standard error of the regression. Standard error of the regression means SU square. As for root of SU square. Okay? So I think you will be able to do question number 2. Then you look at question number 3. In case of 3, Y is the salary and X is the years of experience. Okay, so you have data on Y and X. And, these are the things. So calculate the regression of Y on X. Now, if the question is calculate the regression of Y on X, in that case, you have to find out yi hat. Yi hat is equal to alpha hat plus beta hat xi. So put the value of alpha hat in place of alpha hat and put the value of beta hat in place of beta hat. For this particular problem, the first question is calculate the regression of Y on X. The answer will be yi hat is equal to, what will be the thing?
Alpha hat plus beta hat xi.
Alpha hat plus beta hat xi.
What is alpha hat here? 0. What is beta hat?
0.
Yeah, alpha hat is 0, beta hat is
1.
1. Okay. So the estimated regression will look like yi hat is equal to xi.
ম্যাম আপনি কি কিছু স্ক্রিনে কি বইটা শেয়ার করছেন আপনি? আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, না ঠিক আছে তাহলে।
Okay. So I'm telling you, if the question instead of estimate alpha hat beta hat, question is calculate the regression of Y on X. In that case, you have to plug the alpha hat and beta hat values in the regression equation and you need to report the regression equation.
ম্যাম
Yes.
আমি বলছিলাম যে রিগ্রেশনের স্ট্যান্ডার্ড এরর মানে কোনটা বললেন?
Regression standard error মানে square root of sigma square. এবার তুমি তো sigma squareটা a square দিয়ে রিপ্লেস করবে, তাহলে square root of a square root of s by n minus 2.
আচ্ছা। আর ম্যাম বেস লিনিয়ার আনবাস এস্টিমেটর ওইটা কি মানে সবকটা না আলফা বি মানে আলফা বিটা
করে নিচ্ছ, you are deriving the things. You don't need to do it, you don't need to repeat it in case of question number 2 because the alpha hat and beta hat you are deriving, these two estimators are best linear unbiased estimators. So when the theoretical questions are there, you have to show all these things. However, in case of numerical exercises, you will only calculate alpha hat beta hat, nothing else.
আচ্ছা
Okay?
ম্যাম বলছি আমি ওই কনফিডেন্স লিমিটসটা বলেছিলাম না, ওখানে না বিটা হ্যাটের আমি ক্যালকুলেশন ভুল করেছিলাম। ওটা ইন্টারভাল বিটা হ্যাটের ইন্টারভালটা হবে -0.5, 2.50। এই যে কনফিডেন্স লিমিট এর সেকেন্ডটা, ওটা আমি তখন ক্যালকুলেশন ভুল করেছিলাম।
আচ্ছা, অন্যরাও তো কিছু বললো না?
এখন আমাদের রিতম বললো, তখন আমি রিয়ালাইজ করলাম।
আচ্ছা, তাহলে একটু বিটা হ্যাটের এটা একটু সবাই চেক করে নিও। আরেকবার শ্রেয়া আস্তে আস্তে বলো তো।
-0.5, 2.50।
আগে কি বলেছিলে?
আগে আমি বলেছিলাম -2.5, 4.57.
ও আচ্ছা। So I think some of the people are not calculating the things. So you have to do these things, simultaneously. Otherwise, you will be not able to learn all these things. And then you will go for, we will not go for Viva. We will only copy the wrong matters. Okay, so all these things will come in your mind. So try to learn the things, okay? Try to learn the things. Okay, so question number 2. Question number 3, these are the similar kind of thing you will find, So from Madala, please cover question number 2, 3, question number 5, question number 5 is in the regression model, yi is equal to alpha plus beta xi plus ey. If sample mean x bar of x is 0, show that covariance alpha hat beta hat is equal to 0. I hope you will be able to do that. And today in case of numerical exercise, we got this. When x bar is equal to 0, covariance of alpha hat and beta hat is equal to 0. So in case of question number 5, you need to calculate, or you need to present the formulation of covariance alpha hat beta hat, which I gave you as a work.
ম্যাম,
Yes, Rasdeep.
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম, বলছি যেটা আপনি মানে এই যে কোয়েশ্চেনটা বললেন 5 নম্বরের, ওটাতে কি ওই কোভেরিয়েন্স অফ অ্যালফা হ্যাট এন্ড বিটা হ্যাটটা ডিরাইভ করে তারপরে দেখাতে হবে ওটা 0?
হ্যাঁ, এরকম কোয়েশ্চেন করতে হবে। তোমাকে কোভেরিয়েন্স আলফা হ্যাট বিটা হ্যাটের ফর্মুলাটা ডিরাইভ করতে হবে, আর ওখানে দেখো মাইনাস এক্স বার ইনটু আছে সিগমা ইউ স্কয়ার সামেশন xi minus x bar whole square. So whenever x bar is equal to 0, this covariance will be equal to 0.
আর ম্যাম বলছি এই কোয়েশ্চেন গুলো, হ্যাঁ এই কোয়েশ্চেন গুলো কি আপনি পাঠাতে পারবেন না? মাডালার পিডিএফটা পাঠাতে পারবেন?
কপিটা পাঠাতে পারিনি, আমি যখন আগে বুকস গুলো পাঠিয়েছিলাম আমি মাডালার সফট কপিটা পাঠাতে পারিনি। ওকে, সো কিছু একটা প্রবলেম হচ্ছিল, ওটা অ্যালাউ করছিল না। ওকে, সো এটা প্রবলেমটা হয়েছিল, therefore I could not send you. So I'll try again to send you the Madala's book.
ঠিক আছে,
ঠিক আছে। Otherwise, I had to request my research scholar to send it. So it was not regarding the matter of space, So I tried to send it using the Google Drive. They gave some error kind of message so that I could not send it. I tried, I could not send it. So I thought that some people in the class will have it, and in that case we can share it. Okay, I'll check and I'll try. If I cannot do it, I'll tell my research scholar to do this. She has that thing. Okay, so next question number 6. Question number 6, you will again have information on y and x. Y is the quit rate per 100 employees in manufacturing, and x is the unemployment rate. Quit rate depends on unemployment rate. Okay, that is the equation, that is the economic model. Okay, so in that case, calculate a regression of y on x. You will be able to do that. Construct a 95% confidence interval for beta. You will be able to do that. Test the hypothesis h naught colon beta is equal to 0 against the alternative beta not equal to 0 at the 5% level of significance. We'll be able to do that. D, construct a 90% confidence interval for sigma square. You will be able to do this. Okay, so these are the questions for question number 6. So 6 is also doable. Okay, then question number 7. Let uy hat, write down question number 7. Please write down question number 7. let ui hat be the residuals in the least squares feet. Ui hat be the residuals in the least squares feet of yi against xi. I running from 1 to n. So ui hat is the notation for the residuals. Generally, what is our symbol?
Yeah. My
Yeah. So we use ei. So this ui hat is similar to that of ei. Derive the following results. Summation ui hat is equal to 0. Summation ui hat is equal to 0. And summation xi ui hat is equal to 0. Summation ui hat is equal to 0 and summation xi ui hat is equal to 0. Okay, so can anyone tell me what actually you need to do here?
ম্যাম আমাদের কি ওয়েলেস মিনিমাইজেশনটা করতে হবে?
ওয়েলেস মিনিমাইজেশনটা করতে হবে। আর একটু সোজা করে কথা বলো তো, কি করতে হবে দেখাতে বলো।
ম্যাম মানে মিনিমাইজেশন অফ সামেশন ই স্কয়ার করতে হবে।
প্রত্যুষও কিছু বলতে চাইছিল। প্রত্যুষ কি বলতে চাইছিলে বলো।
ম্যাম আমি বলছিলাম যে আমরা ফার্স্ট আর সেকেন্ড নরমাল ইকুয়েশনটা ডিরাইভ করব।
ভেরি গুড রাজদীপ, এই ভাবে বলতে হবে। হ্যাঁ, so people will understand what they need to do. So these are basically the first and second normal equations. Summation ei is equal to 0 and summation ei xi is equal to 0. So we did it, so first you need to define RSS and then you have to find out del RSS by del alpha hat, del RSS by del beta hat. Okay, so when you will do these things, you will derive the first order conditions, you will be able to generate the first normal equation, which is summation ui hat is equal to 0, and the second normal equation, summation xi ui hat is equal to 0. So this question number 7 is already done. Okay, and please check question number 8. Question number 8. Question number 8 is a different kind of question. There are several statements, and they're asking how we will estimate the parameters of the model. Okay, so it's a different type of question. And I didn't tell you anything about question number 4. So I told you starting from 1 to 8. However, I didn't tell you anything about question number 4 because for question number 4, we will discuss the reverse regression first. And after that, that is, we discussed about the regression, which is y on x. That is, y is regressed on x. Y is the study variable or explained variable. X is the explanatory variable, etc. However, there is a notion of reverse regression. Okay, reverse regression. That is, x will be the study variable and y will be the explanatory variable. Reverse regression. Okay, so I didn't discuss the reverse regression. So once I discuss about reverse regression, you will be able to answer to question number 4. So in the meantime, solve from 1 to 3, 5, 6, 7 and try to do question number 8. Okay, and I am trying to send you the book, because without this you will be not able to do anything. Okay. Okay, so from Madala, this will be your position, and from Johnstown, let me check. Johnstown is already with you. So chapter 1. Johnstown's problems are a bit different. 1.10 we did, after getting some idea, you will be able to do actually up to 1.7 there are theoretical questions. Therefore, I'm not discussing anything up to that. So 1.9 will be doable, but I have to discuss the reverse regression. 1.10 we did. 1.11 you will be able to do later. So you can try at this moment 1.12. And actually the questions, there are parts based on predictions, etc. Therefore, at this moment, I think it will be better to solve the problems from Madala, because these are the basic problems. So first you start with Madala's problems, and after that, let us discuss the matters related to reverse regression. Let us discuss the matter related to prediction, and you will be able to do the things. Okay. So today I'll not discuss anything else, Next day I'll talk about the maximum likelihood estimation process, and I'll talk about the reverse regression, so that, we can do further exercises. Any question? Anything?